Hello, how you guys doing? Hope you're doing good this week. I don't really have much to talk about, just two games. I didn't get to know as much as I would want to. One of them is Diablo 4, which I'm still not really getting into. And I think I know the problem why I personally don't, which is the level scaling. I think the level scaling is great as a concept, and especially for later zones. But when I play those type of games, I want to go through and be powerful. So I'll admit it, I'm just playing on World Tier 1. So I can be like as strong as I can be at the moment. And I still haven't even finished the story. But it's something of a weird experience to me going through a zone where enemies gave me zero trouble and going back through later, just like running through it because I don't waypoint sometimes. And the enemies all of a sudden I have to care about. Like they're danger all of a sudden. It's weird that Diablo has this feeling of you as a player character gets weaker as you level up, which I can't think of many games where I felt that in the same way. Because it's not like I'm going to a new zone and I feel weaker. I'm actively fighting the same enemies, leveling up, and feeling like that level up put me back. Which is such a bizarre thing to me. I don't know, like, the whole level scaling thing, being able to play, with your friend who's level 100 and you just started out or whatever, and you'll both go through it or something, that's kind of cool. But I don't know if that was 100% the right thing. So I'm going to throw out my own idea of how it could have been done. And I'm not saying this is how it should be or if my idea is better, but I just gave it a little thought one morning. So you take World Tier 1. For that one, make the zones have a level like parameter, like 1 through 5, 5 through 15 for each of the zones as you go through the story quest for the first time and get that all settled. So, if you're a newer player or you're really bad at those games or whatever, you can go through, and if a zone is a bit too hard, you could go back to like the previous one and grind it out a little bit to get some levels and go forward instead of getting stuck with being weaker or something and just hoping to get a gear drop that brings you up to par with where you need to be. And then after that, if you're just a story person, you'd be done there anyways. But if you want to keep going, I would say in World Tier 2, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to make World Tier 2 that much, would want to make it that much weaker. But maybe they don't scale as hard with you or something. Maybe there are still zone levels, and if you outgrow them, you're a bit higher level than them. But they're still relevant. Like, they aren't a complete pushover, but they aren't keeping up with you. And then World Tier 3 and above is where the game goes back to how it is, where they're up with you, they keep pace. Depending on what kind of mob they are, they're even higher level than you and stuff like that. Is how I think that would be my suggestion to look at if this was even a problem. But I watched a few opinions about it, and there are some critiques of the game for sure. Even it's a good game, but there are some critiques, mainly about people who are playing it very hard and seeing future problems that the game is going to have. Because they're kind of like on fast forward for most of the game, right? They put in who knows how many hours they've beaten the story, they've gotten almost to max level or are at max level. They've decked out their characters almost completely. They've almost beat the game. Those players are playing in the future almost. For where the majority of players are going to catch up to them eventually. The ones who will keep playing. So any problems they have will eventually be wider problems. Not all of them, of course. Some, aren't with how those people play the games. Some of those problems are just going to still be niche, but some of them aren't. So I think that's something definitely to consider. Let me see my notes here real quick. No, yeah, I only have the two things. The only other thing I've been playing is Final Fantasy 14, I believe it's called. I'm not very good with the Roman numerals. I wrote it down as a Roman numeral. The MMO. I played it. I'm going back through it on a new character to just get the MSQ done. I don't know how much I'll be doing after that. I wouldn't mind doing some of the raiding and stuff, but we'll see. I'm enjoying it. I like the story focus of it. I'm still in the first, like the base game, vanilla, whatever you'd call it. So the story's a bit dry, especially in the beginning, which is fine. It'd be weird if you started out and immediately you were thrust in to the whole world politics of getting destroyed. I don't know if you'd call it politics. Besides that, I'm liking it. The farthest I got was to the second expansion before, and I know it got really good and enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly. So, hope you guys have a good day. If you enjoyed this, please consider leaving a comment, follow, like, subscribe, ring the bell, I guess. All that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye!